I have a secret. I bought my first Chanel item 7 years ago and I've never shown it anywhere. So let's see it. Hello my friends, Jetron is here. If you have been following me for quite some time, you know that I've only mentioned Chanel items here and there, and it's really just beauty items because let's be honest, it's the most affordable thing from Chanel. You haven't really heard me talk about Chanel handbags or like small SLGs that much because it's just way too expensive. Like you thought Louis Vuitton was expensive, Chanel, next level, okay? Now I figured, you know what, let's change that. We need a little Chanel here and there in our lives. So I do have a very special item that I purchased back in 2015. So it has been 7 years and I've never shown it anywhere here on YouTube or even on my Instagram. I will be showing you the box and all the other good stuff later on in the video, but for now, let's just show you guys the good goods. So from this size, can you guess what my very first Chanel item was? If you did say it is the Chanel classic card holder in the black caviar with gold hardware, you are correct. Every time I look at this card holder, I still get so happy, so excited, and just get the butterflies inside. I don't know what it is. Before I do dive into more of the details of this card holder, I do want to give a brief history on why I decided to buy this card holder 7 years ago. Going back to 2014, 2015, I remember going on YouTube and there were only a handful of luxury unboxings, and the most popular two items that a lot of people did was compare the Louis Vuitton clay versus the Chanel card holder. That really influenced me on buying my first luxury item, which is the Louis Vuitton clay in the Dami Ebene print. But for some reason, the Chanel card holder was always in the back of my mind, and I kind of knew I was going to buy it one day. Moving into late of 2015, I was having a lot of personal health issues, and it was the beginning of like a very dark stage in my life. I'll probably share one day here on YouTube, maybe if you guys are interested. I don't know, let me know. But I figured, you know what, life is short, tomorrow's never promised. I might as well buy a Chanel item. So that's exactly what I did. I think it was like a weekday. I went to the Chanel boutique. I walked in, asked to see this card holder, saw it, fell in love, bought it, walked out. It was such an easy transaction and I had one of the nicest essay ever. Funny story though, when I did leave the boutique, sadly there was no more camellia flowers and the essay was so nice enough to order me some more. So just like 3 days later, I went back to the boutique to grab the camellia flowers. He ended up giving me 4 and it was so nice of him. I mean, it looks silly and tacky, but listen, it was my first Chanel purchase. You bet you I'm gonna get my money's worth. It's crazy to think that I could easily walk into Chanel boutique and find something this simple at their store. If you're not familiar with Chanel, you really can't do that no more because they never have this in stock. It really does say a lot about the brand over the years. At the time, I did purchase this for $450 USD, but since then it has gone up to $555. Within the span of 7 years, I don't think it has definitely gone up that much. I think it is pretty reasonable compared to like Louis Vuitton where the price increase goes for like $50. Ridiculous. Now keep in mind, 2015, I was still a broke college student. I saved every penny, okay, worked my butt off. Like I didn't have that much. And even today, this is still one of my most expensive card holder in my entire collection. So I do think this is very expensive for itself. Now in terms of style, this is in the older version because it does have the straight A-line cut that looks like the wallet on chain from Chanel versus the newer ones that looks more like the Chanel flap. It definitely has the silhouette of it and it has the little pull tab with the button snap. Personally, I don't like the newer style look. I feel like this looks way better, but that's just me. What do you guys think? And with that being said, again, this is in the caviar leather. Caviar is so hard to find now. I don't think Chanel makes them anymore. Quote me if I'm wrong. Most card holders are made with lambskin and it's in the silver hardware. Going back to the details of this card holder, again, this is in the black caviar leather with gold hardware. It does feature the button snap closure, which, can you hear that? Like it is so It is so tight. I love it. When you do lift up the flap, it does say Chanel and it is made in Italy. Inside is lined with the burgundy fabric lining, and there is only one front slot pocket, which can only hold like 2 cards. In the main compartment, you can definitely hold 12 cards, surprisingly. So it really does fit a lot in this little card holder. Now in the back side, there is no pocket, unfortunately, like the newer ones. But yeah, overall, it's such a basic, simple item. I mean, there's really not much to it, and I do think that's why a lot of people love it. In terms of wear and tear, as you can see, it still looks pretty brand new. I mean, there is really no wear on the corners. The leather still looks supple and soft. And by the way, something about Chanel leather, like you just know it's Chanel. I mean, the smell still is there. The leather is just impeccable. The only wear I can definitely see is the gold hardware on the CC logo. As you can see, it does have some fine line scratches. It is really normal considering this is an SLG, but when I first saw the scratches, I was so devastated because I'm like, this is so expensive. Why am I seeing the scratches already? Now in the beginning, of course, I used this card holder a lot because I was so excited for something new. As time went on, I only use this item on like special occasion, so like a wedding, special event, or I look hot that day, I want to look a little bougie. I don't carry this on an everyday basis just because I would be devastated if I lose this card holder. I really would. Again, they just don't make this no more. So this is just one of those novelty items that just sits on the shelf. If you do want this specific piece, I do think the best place to buy it is from Fashion File. They do have them online and I have seen them here and there. A lot of them are about like 600, 700 or so. Now if you do want the newer style in the classic look, I think the only best way to get it is through an essay, and even with that, you're still probably going to be on a waiting list because I mean, this is just classic. Everyone wants one. Overall, I'm very happy I purchased this card holder 7 years ago. I don't regret any penny. I think it was a great investment for me. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below, what was your first Chanel purchase? Or if you have never purchased anything from Chanel, what items would you pick? But with that being said, if you're new here, please consider subscribing to my channel and give this video a thumbs up because it will help me in the long run. And of course, I will talk to you guys soon in the next. Have a great one. Bye.